Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by taxbuddy.com. And today, clearly, it's going to be a Black Monday. Usually Fridays and Mondays, Black Friday and Black Monday possible. And SGX Nifty indicating about 380, 400 point gap down. And this is a really very big gap down. And yesterday itself in the Dalal Street Week Ahead program, I told you I'm turning clearly very bearish after this Fed chairman. The Fed chairman, usually he used to give comment positively, what they call it as a dovish comment. And even when they raise the interest rate, okay, next interest rate will be depending upon the data and this and that, so they'll just try to cool down a bit. But this time, in the past, sometimes the actions were negative, but the comment was positive. But on Friday, there was no action at all. There was no interest rate hike, nothing. But the comment was very hawkish. And I think, somehow I feel that it has been coordinated, for some by bear cartel in US. And, when the markets have gone up significantly, so it's easier to bring down the market. So that is the reflection showing here also. And the Asian markets are all down. And SGX Nifty, is down about 400 point. And this gap down is the biggest gap down in 2022 after the Russian war broke out. The Russian war broke out on February 24. And, today, that time it was a big gap down. I think after that, this is the highest gap down today. Right? One of my friends suggesting, like during this kind of some event, Friday, it's better to close all the positions and recreate the position on Monday. Even if you lose a little bit, is okay. But now I've taken slightly bullish view and all my positions are having bullish view. But now this big gap down is going to be a big problem for me. Okay. So, Dow fell 1000 point on Friday, then on top of which another 300 point now. So taking the total fall to 1300 point just in a matter of 2 days. Look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq was trading around the 13,200 on Friday night in the first half of the session before Fed chairman speaks. And now today morning it tested 12,400. So that's about 800 point fall in Nasdaq. Nasdaq tend to overreact as and when there is a talk about interest rate. And because Nasdaq has done huge underperformance, so definitely here that will be reflected in IT stocks here. So, IT stocks, I think time is clearly not very good and they are facing a lot of pressure. And TCS particularly is looking very weak. And if you remember, about 6 months, 1 year before, okay, the Nifty shot up from 12,000 to 18,000, okay, only because of IT. Other stocks did not go up much. And I still can remember Infosys was trading around 780 to 800 about 1 year before. Now, even after this so much of fall, it is still trading around 1400. It went up to 1600, 1700. In fact, in last 1 year, Infosys has doubled. Infosys has such a huge weightage in index. So on the way up, it was the IT stocks that took markets from 12,000 to 18,000. Now on falling, so naturally the IT stocks will be coming under huge pressure. So now Nifty future is showing around 17,270, 280 like that. So that means, Nifty spot should be somewhere around 17,200. So all, the entire bullishness can be wiped out just by one person's 9-minute talk. And US Fed chairman spoke for 9 minutes. And I think the richest people in America, they lost $78 billion. And, they're talking about, market cap of some large companies. So definitely the things are very, very, very bearish. And the only one stock that can give some hope today is the Reliance Industries. That's because Reliance Industries AGM is at 2 p.m. So clearly watch for thing. But normally I always used to say I'm not a big fan of big gap down or big gap up. If big gap up, then market will fall. If big gap down, market may recover. But I'm not expecting that today. That's because, you know, this big gap down is accompanied by a big negative news from US. So the most Nifty can recover is about 100 points, not more than that. The 400 point gap down, okay, the maximum it can retrace only about 100 points. So even that is considered as lucky. So in case even if there is a 100 point recovery, definitely I will be looking to sell some call options, and 17,200. Let us hope that market takes some support around 17,200. And sometimes one bad news has come and market has fallen. So what next? Okay, so now with 2 or 3 days fall, because the nature of the news is such a big news. So market may not stop falling in one day. So market may fall at 2 or 3 days. I think after 3 days of fall, the markets may like to stabilize, consolidate, and then after that, the usual markets will be waiting for the data points, like US jobs data on first Friday, manufacturing PMI data, services PMI data, so IAP data. So the markets may be looking for some clue, where the inflation is headed. Okay, so I feel that definitely inflation has peaked out in US, so there is no doubt about it. But that even the Fed chairman has admitted. But what he said, okay, though inflation has peaked out around 9%, but it is not falling enough. So it is lingering around 8, 8.5, something like that. So if there is some indication that the inflation will be firmly moving lower, okay, so that is when the markets can recover, but that will take some time. So for today, just look for Nifty to stabilize around 17,200, and definitely first 15-20 minutes there will be a lot of commotion. And one thing I have observed in this kind of big gap up, big gap down, okay, just within 1 minute of the market opening, if you do some short straddle in Bank Nifty, you will tend to make profit. And of course, you have to maintain a stop loss. Sometimes things can go wrong, but opening itself, you do some short straddle in Bank Nifty and probably put about 60 rupees stop loss on both the sides, and you will make profit. Or in the worst case, you will lose maximum only 1% of the capital, because the margin is about 1.5 lakh rupees, and you put 60 rupees as a stop loss. One side stop loss is hit, the other side you have to bring the stop loss to the cost, so that you lose maximum 60 rupees. So that is about 1,500 rupees. For a capital of 1,50,000, 1,500 rupees is the maximum loss. That means you lose maximum only 1% of your capital. So you want to try this, you can try this. You have to execute at 9:16. So let us see what I said today. It works out today. So if clearly if the market has fallen, so for long term, I'm looking at Reliance Industries. So if there is, I don't know whether there will be liquidity in the next month option, October month option. If there is a liquidity in the October month option, I will try to do some bull call spread. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching.